This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Left, Right and Centre in a week that has seen India red-faced over major goof-ups in a terror list sent to Pakistan and possibly a major goof-up by Rahul Gandhi over his allegations of mass rape and murder in Greater Noida. I'm Nidhi Razdan, and over the next 60 minutes we'll debate both these issues much more closely. Joining me on the show tonight is Congress spokesperson and Rajya Sabha MP Jayanti Natarajan. Joining us also tonight is Mr. KC Singh, former secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs, who looked closely at counter-terrorism when he was there. We have senior journalist Swapan Dasgupta, and we also have Zoya Hassan, well-known political analyst. Well, boy, what an embarrassment this terror mix-up has been for the centre. It was bad enough that one name on the most wanted list sent to Pakistan turned out to be living in Thane. Now another goof-up has been downright shocking, to say the least. The government today asked the National Investigation Agency, the Intelligence Bureau and the CBI to verify all the names on the list and the status of the cases against them. Once that's done, the government will inform Islamabad. Some would ask, why wasn't that done before? Last night, NDTV's Rashmi Rajput broke the story of how a second individual on that list, Feroz Rashid Khan, supposed to be hiding in Pakistan, is actually lodged in Mumbai's Arthur Road jail. Which brings us to our first question tonight. The terror errors list, has it undermined, severely undermined, India's case against Pakistan? Jayanti Natarajan, there hasn't really been any comment from the party on this second embarrassment since yesterday. What is the first official reaction to this? Can this be defended in any way?
It's not a question of defending it. We believe that it is wrong, that it should not have happened. And we certainly hope, in fact, we are confident that government will ensure that these things do not happen again.
And you feel that it has been a major embarrassment?
More than a major embarrassment, it's something of extreme national importance. And I believe it's very important that we don't make mistakes like that.
Swapan, we've heard the BJP, though, up the ante on this and say that the buck stops with the Home Minister and that he should step down over this issue. Do you believe it should go that far?
No, I don't actually believe it should go that far. But there's no doubt it's a profound embarrassment. I mean, Jayanti was a bit squeamish in her choice of words. But I think it's a matter of grave national importance and it's a grave embarrassment, both at the same time. You know, the point about it is very simple. Are you serious in taking up this issue of international terrorism with Pakistan? If you are, then your credibility has been questioned at this point. You seem to be extremely casual in the way you approach this subject. Either you want to take it up in a meaningful way with Pakistan or you don't. I mean, there are people who say that there are people in the establishment, in the security setup who believe that we shouldn't take up terrorism with Pakistan. But if that is the case, you should be upfront. At this point, it shows that you're not serious, that you're taking it up in a pro forma, casual way.
But then who
and
does the
how
buck
the
stop
other players in this whole thing, how the rest of the world views your ability to confront terrorism, your ability to digest meaningful intelligence. All these are big question marks which have been brought about in. So it's a question which goes beyond the Home Ministry.
Why do you shake your head?
No, I'm shaking my head because yes, it is, as the Home Minister himself accepted yesterday, it is an error, it shouldn't happen. It is embarrassing. I was choosing my words carefully because I think the embarrassment part is rather political and it is a very serious issue. It should not have happened. However, human error does happen. I don't think it casts any reflection upon the commitment of the government to fight terrorism. And at every other level, we've demonstrated how serious we are. This mistake shows that we've made a mistake and it should not happen again.
Human error twice.
But exactly. If it's a genuine oversight, it happens one time. Okay, that's a genuine oversight.
I would not go so far as to say that there has been a systemic failure. I mean, we've won an election in Assam on the ground, one of the grounds of peace. No, I'm saying insurgency, issues of law and order, issues of insurgency in Assam, where our chief minister was able to control.
But here's a case
No,
where
this
the
is
left
an
hand
entirely-
doesn't know what the right is doing, to
you-
borrow a cliche. And
I
that's a fact.
started by saying it was wrong, and we do not defend it, and we hope it will not happen again.
Mr. K.C. Singh, who should take responsibility for this? And I'm coming back to the point that the BJP has raised that, you know, we did hear the Home Minister deflecting attention to the CBI, saying the CBI doesn't come under him. The CBI has taken some action yesterday by suspending 2 officials, but the dossier was prepared by the Home Ministry and given to Pakistan. So therefore, who does the buck stop with?
I think firstly you have to make a distinction between whether the person was in India when the dossier was given and his name was put in. It's possible the person may have come back later. So there is firstly tracing these people as they move. They don't remain stationary. That may be the case, that may not be the case. But I think what is extremely important and what is dangerous is that almost 3 years after 26/11, when we are supposed to undertake intelligence reform, intelligence sharing, as you know, Americans after 26/11, within 1 year, they completed the report. They had a new act. They created Director of National Intelligence. They created a National Counterterrorism Center. The idea was that flow of information becomes seamless. IB is now in charge of immigration at the airport. So if somebody came in from abroad, then you can't pass the buck to CBI. IB would have got the report. Immigration has dual control. It's under MHA and under IB. So they would know when somebody logged in. And we are certainly highly advanced in computers and so on and so forth. Then it should go. CBI is actually your interface with Interpol. IB cannot arrest anyone. So when somebody arrives, I remember sending people from UAE when I was the ambassador there, we'll have to alert CBI. Although IB would do all the tracing of the people, telling you they're there, but when you put them on the plane, the actual registration of the case is done by CBI. So you have this multiplicity of roles which are played, in which you need a systemic sort of thing. And why in 2.5 years we still have gaps in it, I think that needs to be
I have
examined.
another question.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.